That's what I'm Wack. I didn't even expect that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't expect that. I didn't think you were gonna be a Trump guy like me, bro. I didn't expect that. Jeremy, what do you think, my brother?
That's my guy, bro. Like Wack is my guy. I'm sitting in a room with Sonny and Troy. We fuck with Wack. You know what I mean? And like he says a lot of shit that people don't love, but he's honest about shit. And that's why I was like, you know, Wack, you're always in these rooms on the other side. Let's bring you over to this side and see if we can make some interesting shit happen. Cause it's gonna be interesting.
Can you guys name what Trump did for the black community in detail, please?
Oh, here we go with the Democratic. Here we go with the goddamn Democrats now with the bullshit. Here they go. Here they go. You know what? Laura, go ahead. What's Wack? I just had to hear the Democratic bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? The Democratic bullshit. I mean, you guys have ruined this country. But go ahead, Laura. Go ahead.
No, Nelson, I didn't ruin this country.
Go ahead with that bullshit. Let's talk about it.
I want to know specifically if you guys could really just get. I'm over here asking a legitimate question. I am not trying to stir shit. I just need to give me the top 3 things that Trump did for people of color in this country. That's all I want to know.
Exactly. So you insinuating he did nothing for us?
I was gonna say, come on, Laura.
No. I just want to hear the facts.
One second, I need one mic on Laura real quick. Laura, go ahead. Go ahead.
Babe, I just want to hear the facts. Like I hear this all the time in these geopolitical rooms. I need to know specifically.
Laura, it sounds like you're auditioning for Matrix Reloaded with Keanu Reeves right now. You understand what I'm saying? That goddamn phone signal a problem. You understand what I'm saying?
You know why Laura wouldn't know what Trump did for the black communities?
I would like to
tell me.
Laura's not a part of the black community.
Let's talk about it.
So does that make it that I can't ask the question?
No, I'm just saying, like, do you pay attention to what's going on in the black communities versus?
Yes, I do.
You do? Okay.
Yes, I do.
Then you would know what Trump did for the black people, Laura.
You know what? Let's do this. Right? Lord. I think you need to upgrade your goddamn phone, man. You understand what I'm saying? That T-Mobile Sidekick is not cutting it in 2022, man. You got to get an iPhone. You understand what I'm saying? That guy, you sound like you doing that Matrix situation right now, man. But listen, Laura. So here's the deal. 1 second, one mic in the building. Laura, just 1 second, okay? Laura asked a specific question, and we're gonna give answers to that question, okay? I need somebody to grab this microphone right now, break it down. What did Trump do for the black community?
I can tell you one thing.
Put the mic on me.
Let me. Yeah, one mic on.
Well, he definitely.
Wack, jump in.
He definitely opened up millions and millions of dollars when it came to rebuilding and revamping those black communities. I did a lot of work up in Detroit and the Inkster area. It was funding there for us that has never been there before. The properties that was in tax distress, right? He opened up to us because he said before these lists were going elsewhere. He opened up.
I'll tell you one thing he did. He literally tried to pass a bill when George Floyd was like murdered. He literally tried to hold the police accountable for cameras. It's literally, you can go look this.
Why are you guys muting the guy?
Sorry, to the GOP. And guess who denied that bill? The Democratic Party.
Of the bill. What was the bill?
Hold on 1 second real quick, Laura. Jeremy, can you repeat that? I lost you in that last second, brother. It might have been just me.
GOP, what was the bill?
The GOP, what? The Democrats block what?
Hold on. We just pulled it up.
Can I get some tickets, please?
I mean, I'll break it down for you right now, right? Black unemployment. Let's start with that, okay?
Yeah.
The prior president to Trump was Obama, okay? When Obama left office, black unemployment in America was 7.5%. Okay, that dropped to 5.4% in 2 years.
That had nothing to
Okay,
do with Trump,
that's number
though.
one. That had everything.
It had everything.
Listen. That was Trump policies, and that happened while Trump was leading the nation, right? So it's bullshit for you to come up here and say that had nothing to do with Trump. That's absolute goddamn bullshit. Respectfully, and it only took 2 years. That only took 2 years, by the way. Okay, I can keep rocking and rolling, but let me go back to Jeremy real quick. Criminal justice reform. Don't get me started. But Jeremy, go ahead and I'll keep it going. Let's go.
Reform bill, actually. Troy, and my guy Troy, who's like clearly much smarter than me, like he's like, don't put me in this, but he's looking this stuff up. It's Troy. Is it called the police reform bill?
I'm reading this too. The first time for poverty rate for the black community was at an all-time low record when Trump got in. It was the first time it's ever dipped below 20% ever.
Wait, say that again. When what? When was it?
The poverty rate for the black community was at an all-time low when Trump was in. It was never dipped below than 20%. It was the first time ever.
You guys
Anyone
understand
corroborate
that
this?
Biden doesn't like black folks at all.
We already know Biden
Hell
don't like
nah,
black
he
people.
don't.
We ain't even talking about that. But here's the thing. You see what you did, Wack, man? You came in here, brother,
No,
Uncle
you
Wack,
asked
man.
me a question, brother.
You
I'm gonna
turned
keep
it into
100.
a Trump room,
I'm
man.
from the 100 show.
Man, it's been a Trump room. God damn.
Yeah, that's the problem. All you Trumpers.
You know,
That's
I
the
rather
problem.
have Trump
Listen,
than
it's
Biden.
all facts. Listen, it is all facts. I haven't heard any of you guys jump in and say what we just said was untrue. I haven't
And on
heard that.
top of that, let's
I
be
did
real.
try to say that,
Shit
but
got
you
real
cut me off.
boring when he left office. It's
That's a
boring now.
fact.
What does that have to
Like,
do
you
with
know.
political issues?
Motherfucker was
Because it got boring.
hilarious.
It is not fucking boring right now. We're on the
Yeah,
verge of a
chill out.
fucking war.
You get
Like,
Nah,
it's
we
not
would
boring.
We're on the verge of a
we
war
would
Because of
not be
funded
Biden,
by
on
the
the
Laura,
verge of
that's how
war
Democrats.
you
if Trump
voted
was in
for.
office.
Wait, one second. Wack just said something important.
If
Something
Trump
I've been
was in
saying for
office, we wouldn't
months.
be on the verge of a war. Listen, I believe his relationship with Russia would have kept that from happening.
Absolutely. God damn, man. I'm happy I have another
Yeah, I'm
black
a Trump
Republican.
supporter, my brother.
Oh my God.
Here we go.
And that's from
Yes,
the
Here we
street.
sir.
go.
Hey, bro, put the mic on me right quick.
Man,
Nah,
fuck
bro.
you, man. I'm not giving you the mic, bro.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to listen to that.
But why you spoiling this bromance, guy? But I mean,
Fried
listen, these facts.
bromances.
But guys. I mean, listen. You Democrats, I'll tell you one thing right now, okay? When Trump was in office, you said that Trump was Putin's puppet. You said Trump and Putin were collaborating, were doing X, Y, Z. Yep. You said they were up to no good. That's what the Democrats said, right? So in my opinion, what that tells me is, hey, they had a good relationship, okay? They had a very good relationship. There's a high chance we would not be having this war in Ukraine right now if Trump was still president of the United States. Period. Right? That's 10% of it. That's just 10% of it.
Do you think that based on relationship? Do you think it was based on the relationship between Trump and Putin?
All right, let me go in deeper. Now you want me to go in deep? I'll go in deeper.
No. It's a yes or no question. I'm just asking real quick.
And that was a part of it. That was a part of it, right? He has a good relationship with Russia. Biden doesn't. Period. Okay, Biden just doesn't.
100%.
Okay, Biden has a better relationship with Ukraine. Look at the Hunter Biden situation. Hunter Biden's been in Ukraine for years.
Biden's a criminal. So is his son. So we ain't talking about that.
But here's what this tells you. His son has been in Ukraine for years. Prior to even Trump becoming president, for years, right? Yeah, he was on the board of the largest oil company in Ukraine, right? They definitely had plays in Ukraine, okay? Now let's go to the election, Trump versus Biden. Trump asked Ukraine to investigate this Hunter Biden situation. What did Zelensky say? Zelensky said absolutely not. And then what happened? They didn't have the ammo needed in order to oust Biden and his son for being goddamn traitors. And what happened? Trump lost the election. Biden gets into power. Clearly, Biden had a good relationship with Zelensky for Zelensky to turn down the United States president at the time, which was Trump. Okay? So what does that tell you? That tells you this administration has a working relationship with Ukraine, right? And clearly the Trump administration did not have that relationship with Ukraine. Goes back to why is Russia invading Ukraine right now? Russia's invading Ukraine because Ukraine has strong ties with the US and NATO. Period.
Nelson, Russia has been.
That's just keeping it real simple right now. If Trump was in office, we wouldn't have a goddamn war going on right now. We wouldn't have gas prices going through the roof right now. We wouldn't have inflation being at where it's at right now. We probably wouldn't even be in a goddamn recession. But you Democrats seem to just fly past that shit blindly. That's what gets me. I don't get it.
I keep telling you, I'm not no Democrat, but Biden and Trump, sir, they're both idiots to me. Biden and Trump. I want to make that clear for the record. They're both idiots. Both of them.
And their 401ks wouldn't be
both of them. So, but you're saying basically it's relationship based, whereas you believe Putin would not advance into Ukraine if Trump was
president. Politics, man. Politics is relationship based. Period. Okay,
100%.
That's just all it is. It's politics. Okay,
does everybody on the stage pretty much agree with Nelson? Can we get a heck yes? Or
I mean, you got to, unless you lost your fucking mind.
Can we get an absolutely?
Of course.
Okay,
unless they lost their goddamn mind.
This one I'm gonna call cap on every Trumper in the building.
But one second, Mark. Mark, give me a second. Mark, here's the interesting part, right? The United States, right? Every single week you get on the news, Biden's trying to send more aid to Ukraine. 800 million, 1 billion, 2 billion every single week. Now he's trying to get $33 billion approved. Okay. You pick UK, you pick Germany, you pick Italy, you pick France, put them all together. They haven't sent as much aid as the United States has sent to Ukraine or has sent to Ukraine. Put them all together. All those European countries together. Why are we sending so much money to Ukraine? And these countries are right next to them and not sending money there. Why are we sending all this money?
Well, obviously,
right?
They
gotta be covering up some bullshit. That's it, bro. Come on.
I agree. Yeah, collusion, meaning some bullshit going on to cover up some stuff. I believe that. But here's what I'm gonna call cap on all the Trumpers. Because a couple months ago, when this all took place, all of y'all said that Putin was scared of Trump. That Trump was young boy in Putin, putting him up under the wing like he was his son. And we know now that's absolute nonsense. Now it's relationship based. Which one is it? So did he have a good relationship or did he son Putin? Is Putin a punk? Was he scared of Trump? Is that why he didn't move? That was the argument I brought to the table.
Listen, man. I mean, bro, this is like a.
Biden is a Trump. That's a fact.
Listen, that doesn't make sense, brother. Bro.
We can pull the replays up. We can pull them replays.
Can I get one mic on this stage right now? Listen, mute your mics on this stage right now.
Mark is telling facts.
Mark, man, come on, man. You on some Brian shit right now? Let me flow, man. Come on, man. God damn.
Go ahead. You know
everybody mute out right now. Just mute out real quick, right? I'm trying to have a conversation with my brother Mark. You know, he's lost, clearly. You know what I'm saying? So,
see? Okay. Let's
I apologize, my brother. But here's the deal, bro. Listen, Trump wasn't young boy in Putin. Putin wasn't young boy in Trump, right? I mean, at that level, this is a clash of the titans. You're talking about the strongest military power in the world and the second strongest military power in the world. If those two countries come at it, the whole world is destroyed. You're talking about Russia, who has well over 6,000 nuclear warheads. The United States right behind them in second position. Okay? There's no young boy in anybody in that situation. Okay? As a politician or as a businessman, whatever the case may be, if you're facing your match, you're not trying to show strength or act like a little B word, right? You're trying to negotiate, come to terms, come to agreements, sign contracts, make deals that work mutually beneficial for both sides. This is not a situation where one side wins that's young boy on the other side, like US and North Korea. Russia is not North Korea, right? The US is not North Korea. Russia respects us and we respect Russia back based on their military capability. So that whole bullshit about Trump was the puppet or Putin was the puppet, it's all bullshit. They respect each other, right? because they're the strongest goddamn militaries in the world. But Biden's on some different shit.
That's
okay,
What shit?
and that's the problem.
But here you go, Mamadou. So I'm so glad you just said that, because that's what I told y'all 2 months ago, and all y'all said that Trump had scared Putin, and that if Trump was in office, Putin would have made a move, because he would not have made a move because he was scared of Trump. Now that leads me to my next point. If you're saying it's relationship based, which you have said before after I brought up that point, and you switched because that's what Trumpers do. You throw the goalpost like a javelin across the world. Just relax yourself and mind your business, homie, because you don't run the show. Appreciate you. So, with that being said, if it's political and Trump and Putin have a relationship, why is it so far-fetched? If Russia's the sworn enemy of the United States now, and they have been for years, years, and years, what makes Trump and Putin's relationship so good that Putin wouldn't have moved if Trump was in office? Please explain that to me.
I mean, they had a relationship.
Bro, it's like you missed.
I know it's a whole bunch of people wanting to talk about it, but I need clarity on that from the brother Nelson.
Bro, it's like you missed every single thing I said.
Nah, I heard exactly what you said.
Who's that gentleman that's trying to speak? What's your name, brother?
Trump, he calls Vladimir friend, but they want you to distance yourself when you make your move.
Can you guys hear him? I can't hear him. You guys hear him?
No, he's
barely.
muffled.
It's kind of low.
Hey, my brother Sheik, my brother, you gotta come closer to your microphone, man. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta come a little bit closer. Take 2 steps forward.
Bush was famous for calling.
I'm not closer, Nelson.
Now you gotta take 10 steps forward, God damn it. You know what I'm saying? It's like the phone is in the other goddamn corner of the room. 10 steps forward, my brother. Come on, let's go.
Okay, I'm right here with you now. To distance themselves, Ronald the Reagan said, "What? Mikhail Gorbachev, my friend, tear the wall down." Bush comes along with my friend Vladimir, 45. You call him Donald the Duck Trump, whatever name you want to use. He still says my friend, but he never denounced that. Even the Vladimir Zelensky of Ukraine, he said that you're behaving like those terrorists, but he never called Vladimir Putin a terrorist. I think all of them are together on certain issues, and they collaborate because when 45 was bombing in Syria, and when even Clinton was bombing in Iraq, the same body bags are coming out. I'm just saying that they don't put any protection on the museum, archives, cancer-producing things coming out in Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, and some other spots where they have bombed by convenience because of what Bush threatened to do the Maya bomb right on Iraq. I mean, it had to be some form of mass.
Absolutely.
You're going to level the cradles of civilization with no protection or archives.
Absolutely.
Nelson,
thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Mark's question answered directly. Because I think
we done went around the world, and
let's
I'm
say,
through
Mark,
with this.
you and I are friends. Like, you're Trump, I'm Putin, right? We're good friends. I have a very healthy respect for your arsenal. You have a very healthy respect for mine. You dare not cross me. I dare not cross you. Therefore, there is a power through that peace and that strength of that friendship. They knew Biden was weak, and Putin knew the second he got into office, he could take advantage of that, knowing that Biden wouldn't strike back, because he also didn't respect Obama. And with those 4 years with Trump being in office, you put Trump in for another 4 years, it's still not going to happen, because he had that healthy respect for that lunatic Trump, who knew if he wanted to go kill Soleimani, he would find a way to get there. If he wanted to shut down Putin, he'd find a way to shut it down. I hope that helps.
Obama wiped out 3 or 4 of the major boogeymen.
One second, my brother. One second. Appreciate you. Sheik, I'm going to come back to you shortly. Jeremy, jump in. Let's go.
I've missed a lot of the conversation. All I can say is this, that look, I mean, Putin is a complete fucking nightmare, right? But I can tell you this, he wasn't trying no crazy shit when Trump was in office. You know what I mean? And
that's a fact.
I'm pretty cool with Junior. We're friends and stuff. We have some mutual friends, Donald Trump Jr., and he said it. He said this shit was going to happen. And before, when he was like, yo, my dad doesn't win, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Gas is going to go up. Russia's going to... He said every bit of this shit. And everything he said happened. 100%. 100%.
It's because
absolutely.
Putin is on the same team.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's simple, right? You have a great relationship with another party, chances are, bad situations are not going to come about as long as each side is happy, right? That's regular. That's every day, right? Dumb it down to the average individual. That's every day. You have a good relationship with, somebody on the other side, wherever you live, wherever you are in the world, right? You have a good relationship with somebody else. Chances are it's not going to end up in a negative situation unless, one of the parties gets pissed off. Trump had a great relationship with Russia.
Nelson.
I bet you, I 1000% bet anybody on his stage, if Trump was still our president, we wouldn't have this situation going on in Ukraine. He would have found a way to make Russia happy while the U.S. stays happy,
Facts.
and there'll be no conflict. We would have gotten out of COVID, and the economy would have rebounded and would have just been focused on controlling the inflation that stemmed from COVID and not this extra bullshit.
Hey,
Not
Nelson.
gas
Can I
prices
say one thing?
skyrocketing,
Nelson, it's
in
Storm.
different
Did
states
anybody
across the
hear what I
country.
just said?
I'm hearing stuff from people saying milk is more expensive, eggs are more and all this bullshit. None of this would have been happening if we had Trump in the office right
Not
now.
true.
You have a goddamn Democratic idiot in the office
He's
right
the
now, in my
first
opinion.
president that Russia
Right?
didn't attack
Okay.
on.
So
you
firstly,
guys know I give it to you straight, man. I don't, I
There
don't
are still secret societies
cower to the
within the
bullshit.
government.
all right.
That's just
So
the facts, okay?
Trump
Biden
actually
has made
sanctioned
some
Russia
terrible
when he
moves,
was.
and now we all have to suffer.
Trump
Okay?
actually sanctioned
And that's
Russia
just what it
when
is.
he
That's the
was in
bottom line.
office.
We're heading to a recession. They've already announced the first quarter of the year. We have a negative GDP.
That's what the
Next quarter, if we still have a negative GDP here, guess what? That's the
Recession.
definition of a recession. Two quarters back to back with losses on GDP. That's it. We're in a recession.
There's a
Okay.
small thing called
So I mean, it's shit. I blame all you goddamn Democrats, man. I'm just being honest with you. I blame all you goddamn Democrats. This is your fault. You did this, and if you do not think you deserve a refund at this point, then you lost. That's just what it is. You lost.
I blame both of you,
You're
Republicans
fucking
and
lost.
Democrats, for being so easily
Bro, you
influenced by politics.
you cannot blame the Republican Party for the bullshit that's going on with this administration.
Those
I blame
people
both
are
of you.
all just
I blame both
puppets,
of you.
though. They're all just puppets. They're secret
Sheik, no one
societies
can
out there
hear you, but
controlling.
you keep talking.
Wait a minute.
Stop.
It's an elder brother.
We can't hear him, my brother. We got to keep rocking and rolling, man. It's a show, man. Let's go.
We can't hear him, and he's talking over you guys, so it's hard.
Yeah, bro. We got to come back to you, my brother. Appreciate you. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. All right, let's keep it rocking and rolling, man. Listen,
it's all right.
Let's keep it rocking and rolling, man. I definitely want to get different perspectives. I definitely don't want to make this a Trump fest, a Trump show, although you know who I support. But I want to hear from some Democrats, man. I want to hear from some of you goddamn Democrats, man. See where you guys.
Well, I would definitely suggest that I'd like to add a little something, and I just
are you a Democrat, my brother?
I do not.
Well,
bro, mute your goddamn microphone, man. You don't count, bro. What the hell is wrong with you, man?
Hey,
man, let me say something right quick, man.
Hey, man, mute your doggone mic, man.
Hey, Nelson, let Billy the Democrat.
Man, but wait, hold on. Who's this guy? What was your name, bro? The first
Billy
guy.
The Democrat.
Michael.
Not you, the other guy. What's his name? Michael?
Michael, something like that. Michael, speak up,
Michael,
man.
Michael, you smoking something tonight, my brother? You on that shit?
You on that Democrat? That's what he's on.
You on that Democrat, my brother?
That's what he on, man.
Hey,
you gotta mute that goddamn microphone, man.
Man, it's Jason. This Jason.
All right, Mr. Jason. Let me go to Mr. Jason.
First, I want to say, man.
Once, slow down. Goddamn, bro. Relax, man. Shit. The light is red, my brother. Listen. Bro. The traffic light is red. Park your motherfucking car and wait, my brother. Relax. Mr. Jason, are you a Democrat?
Yeah.
All right,
Boy,
green light. Let's go. Jump in.
Boy,
let's talk about it,
bro.
That's all I wanted was the green light, man. So first I want to say, man, I worked in the U.S. Embassy in Warsaw, Poland from 2015 to 2018. So I served over there the last year under Obama and the first 2.5 years with Trump. And I can tell you our relationship with the Ukraine was stronger under Trump. I can tell you that if Russia come close to that goddamn border, it's on and popping. Um, Most of the shit
You done
I
lost your
can't talk.
goddamn mind. But go ahead. Go ahead with your bullshit.
Hey,
Go
bro,
ahead.
Calling it the
I'm telling you, man.
Ukraine.
Man, and I'm not on that military shit no more because I'm retired. But I can tell you, I had a top secret clearance for 19 years.
Fuck your
Most of the
clearance, man. It's probably
information, most of
bullshit.
the
Clubhouse
information.
clearance.
No, bro, I'm just saying most of the
You miss me
information.
with that
How you
bullshit.
call it
But go
the
ahead.
Ukraine
Go
if
ahead
you're
with
an
that bullshit. Go
ambassador?
ahead.
Man, ain't nobody talking no bullshit, man. Ain't nobody talking no bullshit. I'm
Bro,
talking
here's
real
the
life
This man
shit,
said
bro.
if they come close to the
here's the
border,
deal.
man, they've
Here's
been
the
there
deal.
for about 3 months.
But
Here's the deal, Jason.
what I'm
Jason,
saying
one second.
is,
Bro, you're back to red light. You're back to red light, okay?
all right,
Red light. Just wait for a
And
second,
you
okay?
know, I
If
just gotta
it
say that the
I
What?
appreciate you.
moderators.
Mute your godforsaken mic. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Now, Mr. Jason, here's the deal, my brother. If you really had top secret clearance, you would not be sharing any of that information on this stage right now. You wouldn't even let us know that you have top secret clearance. Would you agree? Because that's a fact.
no, that
Okay. So
everybody.
I don't believe the bullshit coming
That's
out
not
your
true.
mouth
That's
right
not true,
now.
Nelson. That's
What?
not true.
I
That's
don't
not
believe the
true. I'm a military
listen,
retiree.
if you had top secret listen if you had top secret clearance, you would not be divulging information that was hidden within that top secret clearance.
He's not
So
I
miss me
ain't
deceiving
with the
said
you.
nothing.
bullshit.
I
That's not he's not
I
deceiving you.
haven't said anything that was top
Hey, he
secret.
I
did.
mean, you goddamn Democrats, man. You keep caping for the bullshit, but go ahead, Mr. Jason. Go ahead. Go
I
ahead
ain't
with the
said nothing that
bullshit.
was top secret, bro.
You goddamn Democrats, man. But go ahead,
I
my brother. Go
I ain't
ahead,
said I ain't
Nelson,
said shit that was top secret.
he agrees with you, Nelson. You just don't know
So
it.
man.
what I'm saying is, bro, is don't think we some pussies. Russia ain't gonna
What?
be able to fuck with us. Period, bro. We got if they come to that West Bank, that west side, you know what I'm saying, close to that Polish border, that the shit's gonna get real and real quick. I think they're sending money over there because we actually used to train with the Ukrainian soldiers. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I'm listening to you guys, and people don't know because people just don't know. You go with what's going on in the news, and that goes back to that earlier conversation you guys were having. A lot of that shit is fake. Real information is most of it, 95% of it is classified. You won't know about it unless you're in it.
So what
You
is
know
the
what
So
I'm
why
saying?
do you
premise?
call
Tell
it
him how
the
Trump
True
gave
Ukraine?
story.
weapons
True
to
Why
story.
do you
Ukraine.
call it?
So what is the premise of your argument?
Now I got a question for the stage real quick,
Trump
right?
gave weapons to Ukraine.
Hey,
Obama didn't.
No,
appreciate you. Thank you very
no. I was
much.
just saying the relationship was
Jason,
stronger when
Jason,
Trump was
J,
in
J, J,
office.
J,
That's
Jason,
all I'm saying.
yellow light. Okay, appreciate you. Thank you very much. I got a question for the stage right now, right? If you believe Jason's on some bullshit, say hell yeah.
Hell
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell
If
yeah.
you believe the bullshit coming out of Jason's mouth, say hell yeah.
Absolutely, hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Hell
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Man,
yeah.
some of you
Boy,
motherfuckers are just
Hell
plain confused. You understand what I'm
boy.
saying?
Let Billy
You
explain.
motherfuckers. But go ahead. Let's talk about it.
You're a
Let
Jump
Billy
in.
explain.
professional framer, Nelson.
Yeah.
Nelson,
Professional
just
Professional
let him
framer.
talk,
bullshit.
Mike.
But
All
go
I'm
ahead with
gonna
the
ask
bullshit.
is, how many of you people have read Henry
I
Kissinger
want
and
to ask how
Obama's
many
last
drinks you
book?
had tonight,
Exactly.
man. What's the matter with you? You on that Majorska? You
Let
supporting
Billy
Russia?
defend him.
He's about to
What's the
talk to
matter
you
with
about
you,
it. Hold on.
man?
On that vodka, Mark.
My mama do jump in here, brother. What do you think
No, no,
about
no, no.
what Mr.
I have a
Jason
question.
said?
Since he said he worked for the embassy, what is the premise of your argument when you say
I've
the
also worked
relationship
for
is
the
True.
stronger?
embassy in Moscow
Boy, you
and
work for the
Germany.
Budweiser. And you
Hey
getting
man,
high on your own supply. You need to stop.
hey,
What's wrong with
Hell
you?
no.
Hey,
To the no, no, no. Hell no. Hell to the no.
y'all
Work
funny
for
To
as
the
fuck.
no,
Smirnoff.
no, no. Hell
God
no.
damn,
No, no,
man.
like
Y'all
What
you
he's
funny.
gotta
saying
Hey,
is
we got to
true.
get
I'm
these
not
no,
shares
no,
up,
arguing.
no,
Hey,
y'all.
no, no.
Listen,
One second, Troy.
ladies and gentlemen. I need one mic in the building right now. Damn, bro. They say you work for Budweiser. God damn.
Work for
Oh
Bacardi.
my
I'll
God.
be working
Oh
for
You
my
guys are
Smirnoff.
Let
God.
Billy let Billy
idiots.
defend him.
Yo, Mark, you guys
Mr.
don't
Billy,
chill,
go
Mark.
ahead, my brother. Jump
All
in.
right,
Let's talk
let
about
me
it.
talk because I think you guys actually agree
Hey,
whether y'all focus on the
Mark, let me
Democrat or
ask you a
not.
question. Let me ask you a question, Mark, real quick before
1
Billy jumps
million.
in.
1
Let me ask you
million.
a question.
You know what happened to Billy?
On a scale of 1 to 10,
1 million. I
how
told you
much
already.
bullshit do you think is about to come out from his mouth? All
1,600,000.
1 million.
right, my brother, Mr. Billy, go ahead, man.
Yes.
Don't
It,
disappoint Mark either, man. You know what I'm saying?
his,
Go ahead, man.
his point. Hold on. His point is easily proven. Trump gave javelins and other lethal weapons when Obama gave blankets. So what he's saying is absolutely true. I don't think he's a Democrat, though. He said that just so he can make his statement. That's why I told you he agrees with you and you don't even know it.
Oh my.
And I'll let Jason explain that.
Oh my God! Did you say
You ain't gonna
Obama sent
let this
out
man
blankets?
explain nothing.
Yes,
That mic ain't
actually,
going
that's
back to
actually
him.
true.
Yo,
If
What's the
you learn
matter
the
with
facts,
you?
so Nelson,
Obama
Hey
didn't give
Billy, hey
heavy
Billy, hey
weaponry.
Billy, hey Billy, listen. You have a permanent red light for the rest of this night. You
Yo,
understand
do
what
you
I'm
guys
saying, my
care
brother?
about facts?
Respect. Hey,
Nelson.
appreciate you. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Thank you very much.
No facts.
Yeah, absolutely. Good night. Bye bye.
Yo,
Mr. Jason,
you know where he
let's
got
go.
from?
Fucking idiot.
You know, Nelson, you know where he
Wait, the
got that
drunk
from?
the drunk guy's still talking. What'd you say, drunkie?
Fuck.
What
Who's
white
drunk?
man?
Who's
Exactly.
drunk in
Close your
here?
doggone mouth.
Obama didn't give the blankets, and Trump gave a high level weaponry
Bro,
for
I wasn't
Ukraine.
even
You guys
talking to
deny
you.
that?
You
This is
just
how
used
I
that
know.
as an
Hold on.
opportunity to put your plane in the air again, and it's getting shot down. Sorry, sir. It's bombed. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Mama,
Osama
what were
bin
you
Laden,
saying?
that goddamn aircraft. Mama, dude,
Man,
let's
you
go,
already know,
man. Jump
man.
in.
You know where he got that talking point
Moderators.
from? So Trump had an interview recently, and he was asked about,
Hey, Mark, did that guy just call us traitors, bro?
I think he did. I think
That
he called us
motherfucker called me
traitors.
you call me a traitor, man? God
Moderator.
damn. Fuck
Moderator.
you.
The only trader you gonna be at is Trader
Yo,
Joe's,
Nelson, you
bagging
sound like you
groceries. That's a
starting to get a
fact.
little tipsy yourself, Nelson.
Man, you already know, bro. Dude, it's infotainment. When I'm staring at shit, it's all just laughs and giggles, man. Trust me, man. Nothing personal, okay? But let's keep
Great.
it rocking and
Yo, this is
rolling.
the best
so
room
so
I've ever been in so far. I think you're
My brother, welcome to the Million Marathon, man. I hope you're following the club and I hope you're following us, man. Go ahead and make that happen, man. Let's rock
I
and
don't know
roll.
about Mark, though. I don't know about Mark.
Holy
Hey,
shit.
bro, trust me, I don't need your follow. Trust me. Don't follow me nowhere. Walk the opposite direction when you see me, brother.
It's all love,
Appreciate it.
Mark. It's all love.
Hey, man, I love you too from a distance. You heard me? From
Oh
a
my
distance.
God. All right, Mr. Mamadou, go ahead, man. African Airlines has been cleared for takeoff, my brother. Let's go.
I was just gonna say when he said, Obama sent blankets and all that. Trump had an interview recently, and he was making his case because he was being asked about the fact that he wasn't doing much because he withheld aid to Ukraine. This is a fact, and everyone can look it up. It was part of the reasons why actually he got impeached again. But and then Trump said, when Obama, I sent in javelins and all that, and then Obama was sending blankets. So he was sort of like trolling and all that. And this guy is literally saying that Obama sent blankets as if it's a fact.
No,
I'm calling that
it
bullshit.
actually is a fact if you do your
Obama was
Yo,
homework.
worse things for
yo,
black
yo,
people.
yo. Listen, America's been sending weapons and aid from like way back then. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, of the Obama administration, whether you agree with it or not, they levied quite a number of sanctions. Obviously, they made a series of mistakes along the way and all of that. But the problem was because a lot of European countries were not sort of rallying, which, by the way, whether you like Biden or not, one thing he's been able to do is the fact that he's been able to rally European countries to come basically support him in this endeavor to make Russia a pariah state. You cannot disagree with that. So to come here and say, this guy just sent blankets, whereas Trump was sending javelins, my brother, respectfully, that's bullshit. And I'm
They did not give heavy weaponry.
Don't
They
give
didn't
this
give
guy the privilege of
anti-aircraft
speaking facts.
weapons. That's the facts. There was no
Man,
anti-aircraft weaponry given.
African
They
Airlines
gave
just
guns.
keeps, you know what I'm saying, just wiggling around the goddamn heat air, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You know I got his special sound effect ready, right?
He'd light that shit up, man. Let's go, man. Oh my God.
And part two.
Hey, Mama, do we
I
love you, man? Let's go, baby.
I love you, bro.
Yeah. All right. Mr. Billy, man, jump in. What do you think about what Mama Do said, my brother? Let's go.
I think people just are not. They're very uninformed. There was no heavy weaponry given to Ukraine. This is just a fact. I don't like the fact that Trump was getting along with the Ukrainians and they just backstabbed them. And that's true. He had the phone conversation. He said, "Release this information that shows Biden is corrupt, and we will send the money." He did get impeached for that. That's all absolutely true. But that doesn't take away the fact that the Obama administration was not giving anti-aircraft weaponry. They weren't giving Ukraine what they wanted. Can we fact check that as a group live? I also sent the information to your mods and they never responded to it. I sent it to the Instagram and I even sent it to the Democrats.
I got a question. I got a question for you. Well, why the hell should Obama give Ukraine anti-weaponry?
See, that's the whole thing. I don't think they should. But what my point is, Trump did. Trump took that next step, which I think Trump was wrong for doing it, but he was willing to do it. But that's just the facts of the matter.
Here's one thing you're not bringing up, right? The Crimea situation.
Yes.
Okay?
Let me mention one thing.
That's definitely one thing you're not bringing up right there for context.
Under Bush,
you understand
Under Bush, Georgia went into Russia. Under Obama, Russia took Crimea. Under Trump, they ain't do shit. Under Biden, what do? They're going back into Crimea. There's all explanations for that, but you can't deny the fact that under Trump they wouldn't do it.
The question to you is, why do you think, right, that Russia did not do anything to Ukraine while Trump was president?
It's a very easy thing to answer, and one of
go ahead and answer that for me right now. Let's go.
I will. It's the same reason why Kim Jong-un wouldn't fire over any of his neighbors, because fire and fury. Remember that comment that sent shockwaves around the world and scared the shit out of Kim Jong-un? It's the same reason. They knew peace through strength. They knew that Trump will fucking act. He will blow you up like he did Soleimani, as the other guy alluded to before.
Oh, we blew that motherfucker up real nice. Yeah, it was crazy.
That's your
go
answer.
ahead. Absolutely, man.
That's your answer.
Here's the bottom line.
We could go on for days.
But I mean, here's the bottom line, though, to these goddamn Democrats, my brother. Here's the bottom line, okay? You saw Russia do their thing when Obama was president. You saw Russia do their thing when Bush was president.
Yes,
you've seen Russia do their thing while Biden's president, but they didn't do shit while Trump was president. Okay. Now I want to ask a Democrat. I want to ask a Democratic question right now. I want to go to Tira real quick. Tira is a new supermodel in the Million Marathon. I got to go to Tira. Tira, here's my question to you. Right. What are the odds that Russia would have? Somebody mute that microphone, man. Who the hell is that? Move him to the audience, please. Thank you. Moderators, please find that individual and throw him down to the audience. That's crazy. Thank you. Appreciate you. Now, move that motherfucker out of here. God damn. Gone. Out of here. Shit. Now, so
I'm sorry. I just hilarious. Hey, it's Putin the Pega made ruthless, man.
Absolutely, my brother. Absolutely. Now, Tira, what are the odds that Russia would have started this war in Ukraine if Trump was president, based on what we have just discussed? Tara, what are your thoughts?
I think the odds are pretty good, but I think what would have happened is Trump would have just let him do it.
100%. Oh my God! You see the Democrats just like spinning shit, man. I mean, Tara, you got to speak on that, because I don't believe that for a second. Tara, speak on it. Let's go.
Well, look, I've listened to all your stuff about Ukraine and Biden and all that crap, and most of it is just crap, because it is sort of irrelevant to what is going on. I think that Biden does not appreciate Russia, let's just say, in the same way that Trump did. I think that Vladimir Putin was going to make this move anyway. I think he's very happy to have made it against Biden in a way that will really impact us negatively. But I think if he was going to do it anyhow because he wants Ukraine, or he wants at least a portion of Ukraine, or he wants to stop Ukraine from getting any more power or getting into NATO or whatever it is, I don't really care. He's a shitty guy and he's doing a shitty thing. But what we're seeing here is that basically, I think that Donald Trump had limited relationships with NATO. He didn't like them. He didn't like the idea of NATO. He actually said, I think pretty openly, that he was considering getting out of NATO, or why do we even need it? So the idea that he was going to do anything for Ukraine is nonsense. If Putin had gone in, Donald Trump would have basically said, okay. Now, you might agree with that. All of you on stage might sort of go like, wow, that would have been great. Our economy wouldn't have been as bad. But I think that he just would have allowed it to happen because he had no reason not to, because he didn't believe in the alliance. He didn't believe in Europe as a bulwark against Putin. He appreciated Putin, and he actually respected Putin for being a strong dictator. Thanks.
And he let Putin do whatever he wanted.
I wish that's what Biden did. Just turned his doggone head so we ain't had to be in this nonsense, sending $33 billion over there to all them doggone people when we need it here.
Man, that $33 billion, Man, that 33 billion, man, that thing is giving me a headache right now, man. Somebody give me a Tylenol pill, man. You understand what I'm
Promise
saying?
you.
$33 billion. $33 billion. Billion dollars. God
Man, say it one more
damn.
time. Just say true
Hey,
for him one
Nelson,
more
Okay,
can I
hold
can
on.
I
time,
ask you
man.
one
Can I
It's
question,
a
just
man?
signature.
Oh
You
my
know,
Let me just
you know
God.
what? I have a
One
this is
question. I
Miriam.
have a
Can I
question, Nelson, for the stage, real fast, for somebody on the stage, because I think Tara brought in an interesting perspective. Do you think that the conditions for the invasion would have been more favorable under Trump as opposed to the situation he's in with Biden?
Yes, absolutely.
And I believe that too, because they had a relationship before Trump became the president, during his doggone run to become president, while he was the president. So everything Tara said, it wasn't absolute nonsense. She made some great points. I think he would have went in, and I think that it would have been more favorable, and I think Trump would have did what was best for the country, as opposed to what Biden is doing right now. Facts. That's what I think about it. Nelson, what do you think?
You know what I think? I think the U.S. wouldn't be on this climate bullshit that Biden's pushing out there, and we would be drilling. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, the U.S., we have the most natural resources in the world
The
when it comes
most.
to oil. Why the hell are we not tapping into our oil and selling it to the Europeans, right? As opposed to them cowering to the Russians. If you really want to end the war, why are you letting Europe buy their oil and gas from Russia, knowing that oil and gas accounts for 50% of Russia's income?
Because Russia
100%.
is right there.
If you really
We don't have
wanted to
enough
end the
boats.
goddamn war, why are we doing that? Even if you didn't want to drill the oil in America, why are we not having the Canadians supply the oil?
Because
What
it's
about
forty.
Adding
Because
Saudi?
Trump,
it's
What
forty
adding
about all
thousand
Trump,
these other
miles
adding
countries?
away.
Trump.
Why are they not supplying the Europeans the oil and the gas?
Because it's
That's
four
because
thousand
That's a
miles
question you
away.
guys need to ask yourselves, man. Because from what I
Because
see,
Russia's right there.
mute your goddamn microphone, man, with that bullshit. Here is what I see, my brother. I see I think we want this war. The administration wants this war, right? Because there are multiple things that we could have done in order to essentially prevent this or cut it, literally delete this goddamn thing in its tracks, right? Oil and gas accounts for 50% of Russia's income. 50%. That's a shit ton of money. If we cut that off, no war. You can't
No,
you, you can't feed the troops. You can't put gas in the goddamn tanks. You can't fund the war. So no war. Period. But we
add in
never
Nord
attacked
Stream.
that.
Nelson, but
Add
countries
in
do
Nord
not
Stream.
have
We
Put in
never
gas on
attacked that. I mean, you guys got to scratch your heads when it comes to these goddamn Democrats in power. That's all I'm saying, man. Because
but
there's
Nelson,
something
here's the
fishy
problem.
Wait,
Hey
going
Here's the
on
problem
here.
with your argument.
you
Here's
Nelson,
the
want to
why don't
problem
you
with
follow
your
up
add
with
argument.
in?
the
And do
countries
you know
that
the
have
worst part? Do you know the worst part? This guy Biden is now trying to increase my goddamn taxes to then
Man.
get more money to spend on bullshit like this. That's the worst part. But let's keep it rocking and rolling. Let's go.
Nelson, I'm with you when you say, like we should taxes shouldn't increase. I'm always against that. But here's the problem with your argument, okay? When you said that, why is it that why didn't they cut the oil from Russia and all that? First of all, you got to understand these countries have been importing oil and gas, and they have direct pipelines directly from Russia. You cannot just wake up today and transition out of that, like with the switch of a button, and say, okay, we're going to go to the Middle East. How about you guys supply us oil and gas? If that was possible, it would have been done a long time ago. Okay, that's going to disrupt the economy. You're crying about recession right now. When that happens, then you're going to worry about recession. Now, here's the other thing that I want to say, because Sloan sort of like tried to get into it earlier, and I was trying to make the point, but there was a lot of argument. That 33 billion, bro, a lot of that up and listen, okay? Let me make my point. Okay.
Here, Africa says so,
Let's
man.
go.
How that
Yeah.
Here's how that money is going to go back to America. All these javelin weapons that are being built, it's not Ukrainians building them, it's American companies. If you're a defense contractor right now, you would be more than happy to get a piece of that 33 billion. Okay? All the weapons that are going out there, any sort of manufacturing process, and I'm telling you, okay, there's going to be a lot of this rebuilding process within Ukraine. you're going to have a lot of American companies. So if the one thing that you said about the fact that America kind of wants this war, you might be onto something. Because I'm telling you one thing. Yes, there's going to be a little bit of corruption. There are going
PUA.
to be individuals that will.
Can I
Hey,
explain how that's bullshit?
hold on. Let me finish my point, then you can counter. Okay. A lot of that money is going to come back to the Americans in one fashion or another. And then the other thing is the fact that, yes, it is true that some of that money could end up in the hands of politicians. That's just the way aid money works. But a lot of this, America, every time they invest in a country, half of that money is coming back to America. And I'm done speaking. Now you can counter my
Can
bullshit.
I
Let's see what
please?
you got.
Billy wants to counter that, and I'm no damn expert in economy or anything like this. But what he's basically telling you is they're gonna take taxpayers' wealth and send over missiles that we're paying for, but we're gonna benefit from them coming back. Yes, Raytheon and Boeing and all these other defense contractors are gonna get rich, but we already paid for all that. That shit is not trickling down to us. That's going into a small group of hands.